In this video, we're going to talk about importing from an audio video. If you are on a premium plan, then you have the ability to be able to do that. So let's take a look at how that's done. I want to import an audio or a video, and we're going to pick a video this time, and we're going to pick it from YouTube. So in order to get to YouTube, I have to take this URL right here. So we're going to use that. We can't use that share link. We use this link right here. And so now we hit next. And that tells me how long, gives me that, identifies the video, tells me how long the video is, how much time I have left, and it lets me know I can start the transcription. It says it's going to take approximately 2 minutes to do that. While that's in process, there's a couple of things that you need to understand here. I can always take a look here to see what my status is and see if that transcription is ready. So I'm going to now do the other thing, the next thing, because this doesn't make any sense to me. What I want to do is I want to give it a name, and this is going to be, that's going to be my video name. So when it gets finished transcribing, I will show you what we do to bring that into the transcription editor tool. Okay, now I've brought that video in. Let's take a look at it in the transcription editor. And this will open up the transcription editor where we'll be able to see the video. We'll be able to hear the video play. We'll be able to turn that on and off. We can advance to a spot further down the road. And a really cool feature that we have is if I've got a sentence that just I can't figure out what did I say in that sentence or in that paragraph, then I can actually put that in a loop. Remember what it was that I said. And that's really handy, okay, in case I just can't get it the first time through. So now you can do some pretty basic editing stuff in here. I can actually remove. Let's go back up here to the beginning. We'll start the video right here, and then we'll shut it off so that I can see some things here. This is sub-chapters, and I want to include those two things together, obviously. And then I can do a couple of things here. I want to identify certain things, as this is going to be about chapters and sub-chapters. So I'm going to make that, I'm going to timestamp that. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to find another place, and I'm going to choose this area right here to timestamp that. And notice when I timestamp it, it turns yellow. And then I'm going to identify this as something that's going to be important. So when I mark that as important, it changes it to blue. You'll see in just a minute what happens with that. But let's just do this for right now so you can kind of get some of this editing down. And again, you can now do this with, I can highlight this. I can right click on my mouse and I can cut that and remove it. I can also use my keyboard shortcuts that are over here. So if I wanted to do this and do Command X and remove that, it will do that as well. Okay, so I've got those tools available to me. The other thing that can really be helpful, and I'm going to do this, this is a download the text. So I can download all of the text in this transcription right here. I'll show you this when it gets finished downloading, and I'll pop this up and you can see that. So here I have a text file of the entire audio, transcribed audio right here, in case I needed to have a portion of that to use wherever, maybe a sales letter, maybe something else I'm going to do with that. But I have this as a text file as well. All right. So some basic things I can do right there. The next thing is I can put my cursor right here, and you want to remember to do it this way, and then I can stop it, because I want to make sure I get the right video screen capture right here. So I can stick my video screen capture right there. But I want to make sure I'm in the right spot. If I move down here and do that, I have to have the video catch up with it. So make sure that you do that and have your screen capture go where it goes, playing at the right place and the right time. All right, so we've timestamped. We have marked as important. We've inserted an image. We've listened to a loop. This is table of contents. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I mark every instance of table as capital and every instance of contents as capital, so that it will appear as table of contents, proper nomenclature throughout the document. You can see that right here. Okay, so just little editing tools that you can do inside of this. Now you may want to do your deep editing in the editor. While we're here, there's a little housekeeping that we want to do. I obviously am the speaker in this video, and there isn't another speaker, so I can put my name there and hit this global button, and that will now change all the speakers to Eric. Okay, so that'll take care of that. Then, you know, there's a couple of other little things I might want to be able to do if I need to get rid of things like this word right here. I'll just click on here and cut that out. Come up with a really clean transcription that I can take over and create an ebook from, and you'll see how it's done. All of these table of contents all look correctly now that I did that one universal change up here by using this button right here. Okay, pretty cool stuff. So now that we've done that, let's go out here and see what we have. I'm going to save this. By saving it, what that does is give me a little revision history here, and so I'll have this version, and then I'll have the original, and I'll have the one that I've saved here. Okay, and it tells me that that draft has been saved. And now I'm going to click on next, and I'm actually going to save it as a text draft as well. And you can see it's right here. It says not being read by the table of contents. And here it tells me that this is this chapter, subchapter. Those are the things I had marked important a while ago. And so I have my name here. That's the reason why you want to change that speaker, because this is going to quote this as it came from me. Okay. And that's going to be important. And you'll see how that looks inside of the platform in just a minute. All right. We're going to save that now. And I'm not going to use it. I'm going to, instead, what I'm going to do is come over here. We'll do this. And now, scroll down and take a look at this. This is that highlight that I was talking about earlier. So this can be helpful to you. This is going to give you the highlights at the very beginning here, so you can actually make an outline of your transcription project. This is that block quote that I had identified as important when I marked this as timestamped, and this is important. This was put up here at the top as a highlight. This was put here, and this was left in its context, and it shows this as coming from me because I was the speaker, so it gives me a quote block there. Okay, and there's my images, and all my edits are inside of that. So you can see this gives you a nice clean look inside of the formatter in Designrr.